Fables of La Fontaine. The Funeral of the Lioness. The lion lost his wife one day, and everybody made his way to bring the prince that consolation which makes us feel our desolation. The king announced the funeral on such a day. To one and all they regulate the obsequy, and marshal the vast company. As you may guess, each one was there. The prince's groanings filled the air, and the den shook above, below. Lions have got great lungs, you know. As the lion does, all the others do. So the best courtiers blubbered too. Let me define a court, a place sad, gay, where every changeful face, careless of joy, is ready still to change again at the king's will. And if someone cannot change, they try to watch the change in the king's eye. Chameleons, apes in every feature, plastic and pliant in their nature. One soul by turns fills many bodies. These knaves are soulless, which more odd is. But to return, the stag alone uttered no single sigh or groan. It could not well be otherwise, this death avenged old injuries. The queen had cruel mischief done, strangled his wife, and slain his son. Therefore he shed no single tear, a flatterer noticed, hovering near. Moreover, the spy saw him smile. The anger of a king, meanwhile, I may observe with Solomon, the wisest man beneath the sun, is terrible. But to our friend no book could much instruction lend. Base creature of the woods, with scorn the lion cried, you do not mourn. What should prevent our sacred claws teaching your friendship's holy laws? Come, wolves, avenge that queen of mine. Offer this victim on her shrine. The stag replied, the time for grief is past. Tears now are useless, chief. Your wife, whose features well I know, appeared to me an hour ago. Half hid in flowers, my friend, she said. For me your tears are vainly shed. Weep not. In the Elysian fields I've every pleasure that life yields, conversing with my holy friends. But for a time the king descends to a despair that charms me so. Scarce had he spoken thus, when lo, a miracle! The courtiers cry. The stag's rewarded instantly, and safely without punishment back to his native woods is sent. With dreams amuse a listening king, with falsehoods sweet and flattering. Whatever rage within may burn, he'll gorge the bait and friendly turn. Well, there you have it. What's all this about? King's wife, the lioness, dies. The king is in mourning. He's incredibly upset. His cries shake the den. All the courtiers, all the members of his court start mourning as well, just like the king. But these are soulless people. They're just aping, mimicking the king's behavior, being chameleons. In the court, if the king is happy, everybody has to be happy. If the king is sad, everybody has to be sad. Well, One of the courtiers notices the stag, and the stag is not mourning. In fact, the stag is quite happy because Queen, the lioness, has killed his wife and son. So, this spy tells the lion, look, that guy over there, the stag, he's smiling at this funeral. So the king is extremely angry and says to the wolves, kill this stag, he's not mourning. Teach him a lesson. Put him on Queen's funeral grave as an offering. And the stag says, hey, wait now. This stag is very smart. Even the wisest Solomon has nothing to teach this guy. He knows it. He says, listen, king, I'm smiling because an hour ago I was dreaming and the lioness came to me and said, don't cry for me, I'm in paradise. The Elysian Fields, the place where warriors go after they die. Everything is wonderful. All my old friends are here. I can do whatever I want. And I can see the king, the lion. He's crying. It breaks my heart. He shouldn't be sad for me. Paradise is wonderful. When the stag tells this to the king is happy. Oh, his head is now filled with this image of his wife in heaven. Everything is good. The stag is rewarded, sent home. So he's changed the mood of the king. And that's what you call quick thinking. So there you have it. You have to know how to identify potential dangers and how to try to mitigate the danger and, if possible, turn it to your advantage, which is what the stag was able to do in this situation. Everybody else is just flattering and tattletaling and pretending to mourn, basic sycophant type behaviors of toadies. Unfortunately, you see this in every workplace. Workers kissing up to the manager or the boss, flattery. It never ceases to amaze me that when someone gets a promotion and becomes a supervisor or a boss, their former colleagues all of a sudden change, and now they're laughing at the guy's jokes, they're admiring this person. It's very transparent, but it seems people turn a blind eye to this, or maybe their egos are inflated. They don't seem to notice this type of behavior anymore. And they love nothing more than to point out what everybody else is doing wrong or isn't doing right, to take the focus off themselves. But Stag was smart, was able to tell a story to the king that changed his mind and changed his mood and worked out. Something to think about. Anyway, if you have anything you'd like to add down below, please. Till next time, goodbye.